asked Brother Gary Ross if he would lead us in prayer, and then after that, Brother Brian Shepherd will lead us in, Chief Shepherd will lead us in pledge.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you, O God, for giving us another day of life. Please be with those who are hurting and suffering. We pray that they may find comfort and peace within you. Lead, guide, and direct us in making the best decisions according to your will for our community. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I call the February 12th, 6 o'clock regular meeting to order. Chris, give me a roll call.
Mr. Huckabee.
Here.
Ms. Frost.
Here.
Mr. Hudson.
Here.
Ms. Daniel.
Here.
Mr. Barnes.
Here.
And Mr. Wilson.
Here.
Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you, Chris. The next thing on the agenda is the acceptance of minutes from the last meeting, and Chris has sent them out to you. I hope you all have got them. Do we have any questions on any of the minutes, subtractions or additions to the minutes?
Make a motion to accept the minutes.
Got a motion from Cody to accept the minutes. Second.
I'll second.
Second, Ricky. Thank you. Chris.
Ms. Frost.
Yes.
Mr. Huckabee.
Yes.
Ms. Daniel.
Yes.
Mr. Hudson.
Yes.
Mr. Wilson.
Yes.
And Mr. Barnes.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thanks, Chris. The next thing is the acceptance of the cash disbursements, financial statement. Likewise, Chris has sent them out in your packet, and you should have had a chance to go over them. Do we have any questions on any of the bills? Not, I'd entertain a motion to pay the bills.
I make a motion to pay the bills.
Motion to Gary, need a second?
I'll second. Don't matter.
Mr. Wilson.
Yes.
Mr. Hudson.
Yes.
Mr. Frost.
Yes.
Mr. Barnes.
Yes.
Mr. Huckabee.
Yes.
And Ms. Daniel.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thanks, Council. I'm sure everybody will be pleased with that. The next thing on the agenda is old business. Right now, we have nothing on the agenda with old business. Does any of the council have anything old business they'd like to bring up at this time? If not, we'll move on to new business. And the first thing in new business is the Anchor Award presentation, and tonight it's an honor to Judy and Elvis, and you get your gang, come on up here in front here. I've got something for you and Judy. We started this Anchor Award, it's kind of like the Kentucky Colonel. We started it a year and a half ago or so, and we don't give it out every month, but we do some months, and we try to give it to somebody that's doing something in the community and helping the people, the less fortunate, and things we need. And these two people here, I seen it last year, and then I seen it this year with my own eyes and got to be experiencing it. The spirit of Christmas, when it comes around, it comes around. And they've got this, it's called the spirit of Christmas, and you'd have to see it. I can't tell you about it. And if you see it in Russell County, Case County, or any county, go see it, because it's worth the time to go see it. It ain't worth no money, because they don't charge nothing. They won't let you pay them. They give presents out to underprivileged kids and less than fortunate kids. And I didn't know till this year, I didn't know they give everybody fruit too. So they're giving to the hunger, and they're giving to the kids that need it. And that's the people that I want to represent. That's my people. So I've got one here that says, to the Honorable Judy, Miss Judy, Come on up here, and then I got one for Elvis, and then I want you to, if you want to say a few words, and then you can bring your gang up. Let me give you yours first, they might want your picture. Let me give Elvis his. Elvis, thank you. Thank you. I mean that.
We appreciate it.
No, we appreciate you for your partner up with us. Judy, you got a few words there. Let's hear what you got to
Well,
say.
I just want everybody to know that Elvis and Judy don't do this by themselves
Amen.
at all. It takes a large group of people, so if you all would,
I would like to.
Yeah, come on up here. All of y'all. Listen, it takes, hey, two people can't run the village. It takes all of you. And I seen you all out there working and it was freezing cold. Come on up here, you Al.
No, it was hot tonight when we were over here. It was cold tonight when we were in
It was
Columbia.
cold.
I would
Get
just,
around over here where they can get a picture of y'all while you're talking, Judy.
okay.
Hey, Mike. Come right over here.
We would like to thank the mayor and Judge Harper both for donating gifts to us this year, because that was very, very helpful.
Wait a minute. The mayor don't know how to. We went home with more gifts than we came with.
We'll use it next year, okay? We know you will take care of it.
Okay, let's see. Gerald McGowan, right here, is our Santa Claus. He works over at Somerset Hospital.
And he done a great
He does
job,
a
I'm
super
telling
job,
you,
isn't
a
he?
great job.
Lisa Mann, where's my no, one right, can't see. Lisa is his right-hand elf that gets the gifts into his hands. And let me get Sandy and Caitlin and Brian are ones who get the right gift to Lisa to give to Santa Claus, and
That's important.
and that's a job, yes, that's a big job. Karen and Barry Bradshaw right here, and they are very good at crowd control and helping get the kids up in a fashion that we can manage them. They do a great job at that. Dawson is our escort, Barney Fife, and he escorts us and sees to it that we don't have any trouble.
And he had a police car from Mayberry that he drives, and it was there, from Mayberry, there at Russell Springs.
Mike Bunch helps out a great deal with our music.
So if it's bad, blame him.
And last but not least is Doug Freeman. And Doug is a retired policeman that came here from Florida and stepped right into the role of the Grinch. And he does a great job as the Grinch. He's also a good gift buyer and a good gift wrapper. And I would like to say that a lot of these people donate financially, they buy gifts, they wrap gifts, and all of them know how to bag fruit and candy very well. And we do have other financial donors that we thank and appreciate.
And if we had some more wanted to donate, it'd be okay, wouldn't it, Judy?
Oh, well,
We're not begging, we just said if they
if we
wanted.
wanted to.
If they seen it, I promise you they would. Y'all do a great, I mean, hey, the city of Russell Springs gonna thank you, man.
One little boy that I remember this year particularly came up to Santa Claus and really probably came more just to see Santa Claus. The Santa Claus for him, and he yelled it out, and the little boy's eyes got about this big, and he said, "Is that for me?"
That's who we're having. That's who we're having.
Okay.
Thank you all. Thank you all. Appreciate you all.
Mayor, we're gonna get out.
That's fine, I understand.
Thank you.
The next thing on the agenda is Resolution 2026-01. It's donation of the land Art Pregnancy Center. Chris is going to read a resolution here. Before he reads it, I'm just going to let y'all know we had donated them some property out there, and they built the building, and they've got the building done, and now they need a couple more rooms built on, and would like to have a little more property because they're seeing where they're gonna need more. And while they're down there working on it, he wanted to know if we could see if we could donate it to them where they could just go ahead and build on while they're building it. So, Chris, go ahead.
City of Russell Springs, Kentucky, Resolution 2026-01. A resolution authorizing the donation of certain real property located on Brian Walters Drive to Art Pregnancy Center, a nonprofit corporation, and authorizing the mayor and city clerk to execute all necessary documents related thereto. Whereas the City of Russell Springs owns certain real property located on Brian Walters Drive, and whereas Art Pregnancy Center is a duly organized nonprofit corporation providing charitable and community services in Russell County and the City of Russell Springs, and whereas Art Pregnancy has requested additional land adjoining its existing property for purposes of furthering its nonprofit operations and services. And whereas the City Council finds the donations, donating a portion of said property not to exceed 1 acre serves a valid public purpose and is in the best interest of the citizens of Russell Springs. Now therefore it be resolved by the City of Russell Springs, Kentucky as follows. 1, Section 1, authorization of the donation. Section 2, authority of the mayor. Section 3, authority of the city clerk. Section 4, effective date. And adoption by the City of Russell Springs, Kentucky is at a duly called meeting of the City Council held on the 12th day of February 2026. Signature line for mayor, and the test line for Christopher Randy, city clerk.
So that's your resolution 2026-01, the first one this New Year's. Anybody got any questions? If not, I'd like a motion to pass this resolution.
I'll make the motion.
Got a motion, need a second?
I'll second.
Second by Tammy. Roll call, Chris.
Mr. Hudson,
Yes.
Mr. Wilson,
Yes.
Mr. Huckabee,
Yes.
Mr. Frost,
Yes.
Ms. Daniel,
Yes.
and Mr. Barnes.
Yes.
Motion carries, Mayor.
The next thing is resolution 2026-02. It's a resolution to do some landscaping on the front. Well, not landscaping, remove all the landscaping out front and replace it with some nice green turf out there and a couple benches maybe and just some different things. And Sherry had a great idea. You got the pictures there that picture. You'll have it. That's kind of what we wanted it to look like. And then she said, well, if Reba would come up or somebody that does flowers would come up and put us some flower pots in like we have on Main Street, man, it would look really great. And I didn't think a thing about it. And I said, yeah, that's why you're here, because that's the input that we need. And she gives some good input there. And I think it would look great if we had like some of them big ones like we have on the street. And when they're watering, the flowers on the side of the street and the ones on the lights, they could water these. It ain't gonna take them any more time.
Well,
But
just
Chris-
make sure whoever took care of them last year does it this year, because they did look good. I mean, even when it was so hot,
Yeah.
they were doing a good job keeping them alive. I'd like to maybe have a resolution for them to come and water mine and take care of mine too.
Plant them too.
Yeah, they did a great job.
City of Russell Springs, Kentucky, Resolution 2026-02. A resolution authorizing the mayor to negotiate installation cost and purchase turf for the front of City Hall, authorizing expenditures not to exceed $9,500, and providing that funding shall be from the general City Hall fund. Whereas the City of Russell Springs desires to improve the appearance and maintenance efficiency of the landscaping at the front of City Hall, and whereas the installation of artificial turf at the front of City Hall is anticipated to enhance aesthetics, reduce ongoing maintenance costs, and improve the overall presentation of the municipal building. And whereas it is in the best interest of the city to authorize the mayor to negotiate installation costs and proceed with the purchase and installation of turf within an approved budget. Now therefore be resolved by the city of Russell Springs, Kentucky as follows. Section 1, the mayor, Eddie Thompson, is hereby authorized and directed to negotiate the cost of installation and purchase of artificial turf for placement at the front of Russell Springs City Hall. Section 2, the mayor is authorized to expend funds in the amount not to exceed $9,500 for the purchase and installation of said turf. Section 3, funding of this project shall be paid from the general City Hall fund. Section 4, the mayor and city clerk/treasurer are authorized to execute any documents necessary to carry out the intent of this resolution. Section 5, this resolution shall become effective upon its adopted by the Russell Springs City Council this 12th day of February 2026. Signature line, Mayor Eddie Thomas. Test line, Christopher Ramsey, City Clerk.
Any questions on it? I hope y'all seen the sign out there. Hootie's been working on it, and man, if you'll, he put a thing up there today that said, Happy Valentine's Day from the city of Russell Springs. And then the pool passes, we've had a lot of calls on them, and he put the swimming pool up there and said pool passes inside. I mean, it's gonna be really, really informal to people, I think. I think it's, you know, the sign was on there today, city council meeting at 6 o'clock tonight, and I thought, Lord, they've been looking at the sign when I seen all these people, but they just come with Elvis, so. But that's where we're at on that. I think it'd be a benefit to us and be less work for us to have to do.
Sure, you want to make a motion?
You can, I don't care. I'll make the motion.
Sherry made a motion, Ricky seconded.
I ain't making no more motions.
Where's your idea?
Mr. Frost.
Yes.
Mr. Wilson.
Yes.
Mr. Hudson.
Yes.
Mr. Huckabee.
Yes.
Ms. Daniel.
Yes.
And Mr. Barnes.
Yes.
I think
Motion
it'll
carries.
save us money because you don't have to.
Thanks, council. The next thing is the 2026-2027 interlocking homeless prevention and support agreement we have with the county, with the physical court, and Chris has got a resolution to read on it.
It's the same agreement that we've entered into since, 2020.
Yeah.
It's for $1,500 a year annually. It's an agreement between City of Jamestown, City of Russell Springs, and the Russell County Fiscal Court. And their emergency management director is the one that is supposed to be over this project. But he can be called upon by our city police, firefighters, anybody that's dealing with a homeless situation. So for $1,500 a year, that's what it's been. Cost has not gone up. And that's pretty much the sum of the contract. Nothing's changed.
Anybody got any questions on it?
Do they usually spend all the money in a calendar year?
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much for hotel rooms till they get a night or two till they can move them to where they need to go. And it's helped, HM, before he passed, we had it done, and it really helped him, and it's helped Chris and Jeremy. It's helped them a lot too, so we can just call Toll Joe and then he can handle it.
Did you provide, I know you provide a room. Here I am, talking about spending more money, but do they get a voucher to go get something
They
to
give
eat
them,
somewhere or
they
something?
give them gift cards, like if they stay
At
at,
McDonald's or something?
yeah, well, the closest one to them, they'll give them a couple $25 gift
Okay.
cards, or one anyway. They buy them with that money too.
Okay.
More questions?
I'll make a motion to enter
Already
the
made a
agreement.
motion, need a second.
I'll second.
Wait.
Jerry,
Here. Ready for roll call?
yeah.
Mr. Frost.
Yes.
Mr. Huckabee.
Yes.
Mr. Wilson.
Yes.
Mr. Hudson.
Yes.
Mr. Barnes.
Yes.
And Ms. Daniel.
Yes.
Motion carries, Mayor.
The next thing is municipal order 2026-01. It's a municipal order to create a health and wilderness campaign, and Chris will read that. This has come from KLC, kind of filtered down a little bit.
City of Russell Springs, Kentucky Municipal Order 2026-01, a municipal order establishing a City of Russell Springs Health and Wellness Campaign, sponsored by Councilwoman Sherry Daniel. Whereas the City of Russell Springs City Council desires to promote the health and well-being of city employees, and whereas wellness initiatives may improve employee morale, productivity, and overall workplace performance, and whereas at the recommendation of the Kentucky League of Cities, the city desires to implement a proactive wellness initiative to encourage healthier lifestyles among its employees. Now therefore it be ordained by the City of Russell Springs, Kentucky as follows. Section 1, establishment. The City of Russell Springs hereby establishes a health and wellness campaign for the city of Russell, city employees. Section 2, purpose. The purpose of the health and wellness campaign is to encourage healthy lifestyles, promote preventative health practices, and support the physical and mental well-being of the city employees. Section 3, implementation. The mayor is authorized to implement and oversee the health and wellness campaign and to enter into agreements necessary to carry out the program. The city clerk treasurer is authorized to process payments related to documentation in accordance with the city's adopted budget. Section 4, funding. Funding for the health and wellness campaign shall be subject to the annual budget approval by the City of Russell Springs City Council. Section 5, effective date. The municipal order shall become effective immediately upon passage and approval. Passage and approval by the Russell Springs City Council this 12th day of February 2026. Their signature line from Mayor Eddie Thomas, test line Christopher Ramsey, City Clerk.
Need a motion to pass the municipal order 2026-01.
I'll make a motion.
A motion for Lance.
I'll second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Huckabee,
Yes.
Ms. Daniel,
Yes.
Mr. Hudson,
Yes.
Mr. Barnes,
Yes.
Mr. Frost,
Yes.
and Mr. Wilson.
Yes.
Motion carries, Mayor.
The next thing on the agenda is we got Kentucky Transportation District 8 here with us tonight. We got Mr. Jeff Dick, and he's going to go over, you're hearing about the roundabouts, and you're hearing about this, and this ain't going to work, and that ain't going to work, but Jeff's here to show you what it is, and it's going to work.
All right, see, my mouse. We'll try to run this from my mouse on.
You ought to turn that a little that way.
I can y'all see okay here? I'll turn a little bit where they can see on this page. I can't get too far to go over this. Y'all still here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can y'all see it okay? All right, well, I appreciate y'all giving me an opportunity to talk about this. I'm passionate about it. The mouse fired. Not all of you know, but I live in Russell County as well, so it's a near and dear to my heart, this project. I go through 619 and both Parkway intersections every morning, every afternoon going to Somerset to work, so. I'm on, you know, I get a drink out of a fire hydrant, I'm gonna go fast. There's about 25 slides, I won't keep y'all here all night. So I call this the urban roadway improvements for US 127 because we have a southern improvements as well, so I wanted to make sure and separate the two from the two different projects. So, all right, let's move on here. So the study area begins with the Jamestown bypass, goes all the way to 619. It includes 12 intersections that we're looking at improving. There's about 11 to 15,000 cars a day. That's a lot of cars for a two-lane roadway. Just to give you an example, north of Light 1 in Pulaski County, there's only 10,000 cars, and that's 4-lane divided. So gives you an idea how far behind we are here. So we're looking at intersection improvements to help congestion and crashes. So, I mentioned it already, we're going to increase capacity of 127. We're wanting to help the traffic flow of it, move traffic and reduce crashes and accidents, and help promote pedestrians as well. I'll talk about that as we go. And if you have any questions along the way, what I've said, just let me know and I'll stop and address them. All right, so I mentioned crashes. You look at the map here, the bright yellow is the worst crash area, and you may be able to tell that's at a traffic light. A lot of time, public wants a traffic light. We need lights, we need lights. right here proves that's where most of our crashes are at, is at the traffic lights. You see, there's kind of purplish at Jamestown bypass, through the loom there. So you see a pattern kind of where there's some crashes that's a little heavier. And then you go up by the parkway where it's more congested, more traffic. But from 19 to 24, and remember too, COVID was in that time frame, so this traffic actually dropped down during during COVID, so it could have been more. But we had 246 crashes in that segment of roadway in that time frame, 2019, 2024. Just last year, which is not included in the map, but there's an additional incident there. There's 57 last year alone, so gives you an idea how much traffic in the little pins is where they're located at. Severity, unfortunately, had one fatality there at West Drive, and then a lot of the others were no minor injury. We had some serious injury, 7 approximately, and there's 199 property only, which that's, I mean, we'll accept property damage only. No one has to go to the hospital. They get a fender replaced or whatever and move on. So, and then here's the type of crashes there were. There was 5 head-ons, 67 angle, which the roundabouts will reduce the angle, but we'll talk more about this as well. But you got some rear ends, which is quite common in some areas also. All right, so let's talk about intersections a little bit. A signal line intersection has 32 conflict points or 32 potential areas you can hit another car. So the top diagram there is showing every dot is a possible collision. A roundabout reduces that to 8. So you can see the little dots there. So there's less chance of injury, and we'll show here at the wall that, and if there are injury, if there are crash, we'll show it's minor, they drive away. So you can see the bottom drawn there. Now, you see the little symbol to the right there, the black with the white arrows. I'll talk about that a little bit more, but that's for a single lane roundabout, and we'll discuss how to maneuver through a roundabout here shortly. All right, so why roundabouts? They, they can increase flow by 20 to 30%, and then they also reduce 37% reduction in collisions, 75% reduction in injuries, 90% reduction in fatalities. And the reason that is, we take away that T-bone hit. By putting it at an angle, they may ricochet or sideswipe, but they will not hit T-bone at a high speed. Because a lot of people put trust in these little bulbs hanging from the lines called traffic lights. They think, I got a green light, I'm good, I'm safe. Somebody T-bones them on the side when they're not paying attention or on their phone or whatever. So, and the other thing about roundabouts, they seem to enhance the community. It's like a gateway of, especially around here. We got a tourist area. They're rolling in. They start seeing, hey, roundabouts, we're getting close to Russell Springs, we're getting close to our lake. So it's an opportunity to really make a higher quality of surroundings into the community, and I think it will make a big difference. All right, so this is how we're going to maneuver through a roundabout. First thing, so let me go back and I'll talk a little more about it, but ours will be, the first 4 we build will be 2-lane roundabouts. So you see this one at the top, it's got 2 go around the side, 2 on each way. Ours will not have 2 at the top and bottom. Ours will only have a single lane top and bottom because we don't have the 4 lanes on the side that would need additional lanes. So first thing you're gonna do is slow down. As you enter approach the roundabout, we'll have speed signs up. So look at those symbols again. I mentioned that earlier. I'm going to get my mouse here. All right. So that's a single lane roundabout. So if you had only 1 lane, no, the lane goes to the right, it goes straight, it goes left. In our case, the northern probably 7 roundabouts we're going to build, they're going to be 2-lane roundabouts. So you got to choose what lane you need to be in depending on where you're going to go. So if you're going to go to the right, stay in the right-hand lane. Veer off to the right. If you're going straight through, you can stay in the right-hand lane and go straight, just around and straight through again. But if you're going to go left or do a U-turn to go back, you need to be in the left lane. So you see the symbol, it says you can go straight or you want to go left around the circle. So this driver here, if they're going to say, I don't know, say they're going to Maple Street, going to the mayor's house, he's invited everybody over for a party, coming from the parkway, you go up here to around 619, be in the left lane, you go right down Maple Street to the mayor's house, and everybody has a great time eating pork or something like that. So
Bring food, Ronnie.
Okay, and then of course if you're going to go right or straight, you can be in straight can be in either lane in this situation. But if you're gonna go right, you definitely need to be in the right lane to make that maneuver there. So slow down, choose your proper lane, and the markings will be on pavement like you see them here. They'll see those as they approach.
It's similar to the square is one of the.
And do they have paved markings there? I don't think they're not, but
I think so.
either way, yeah, it's got one quarter that's 2 lanes. But I mean, yeah, I didn't mention that. The square in Jamestown, people in Russell County have been driving around roundabouts for years. They just didn't realize it was a roundabout. The good thing about ours, we don't have parking on the side, so it's less confusion, less access points. So as you get in the lane you need, now there will be crosswalks. Not all of our roundabouts will have crosswalks on all 4 sides, but we're looking to do a wide sidewalk or a shared use path along the whole corridor of our improvement, which will go from the high school all the way to 619. And in the future, we expect to do more improvements on above that, and hopefully take the sidewalk all the way to Northridge. That way it'll tie the community to the shopping center and grocery stores. So pay attention, and once pedestrians still have right of way once they're in the crosswalk. So just you have to watch for pedestrians, and then you make your maneuver around the roundabout again. Come out the other side, watch for pedestrians again, and then move on. So, and I kind of got ahead of myself, but also if there's emergency vehicles, proceed through the roundabout and then pull over to the side. Don't stop in the roundabout because that could cause confusion. So, we're going to get into more details here. So this is in Henderson. This is a multi-roundabout corridor. It's shorter than ours, but that is a middle school there. They used to have a problem with traffic. Used to be a light there, and now the school empties out in 15 minutes. The whole campus would be emptied out in 15 minutes. So that's how efficient they are, because everyone keeps moving. All right, so I'll just go through. I know this isn't Russell Springs, but I'll go through it quick. This is the Jamestown bypass. You can see it's a single lane roundabout, so that light would be gone in the future. This is at Fruitland, which saw the day that they put out now the light is not being removed for the roundabout. We did our study back in 2020, and we determined, since everybody knows the factory left years ago, the Stevens Pump still does not use the factory entrance that did as Fruitland did. So this light does not meet warrants to be there anymore. But the reason I understand they're removing it, they've been having problems with it. It keeps going into flash automatically, so they just set it in flash to do a study and see if it can be removed. So, but it's not being done due to my roundabouts or the roundabouts. So, and here's Brian Walters. Here's West Drive, and I think this is Co here. Now, Brian Walters, we know it's a dead end. It's got some residents back there, but I don't think it goes through either. But Brian Walters would never be constructed unless we tie Brian Walters into Progress Drive. And then this would be a southern exit for the factories. That's the only reason we'd ever probably build this one. And we probably wouldn't build this one there's a fatality there, so we looked at it. But they did a drawing showing it being constructed there as well. I'll get a little farther. I'll talk more about what the colors are here. And you can see we got crosswalks on this one side, actually both sides through here. So, all right, so here we're at Progress Drive, which is, it's pretty busy in the afternoon. A little bit of our planning study we did in 2021. There's 675 that dumps into our system on 127 in 30 minutes. That's the reason you get the sudden surge of traffic and congestion. So that's, but again, we're not proposing to build this one, the first set, and maybe not even the second set. We'll see how we progress with the other ones. So here we are at the high school in French Valley. So that's the traffic light there that everybody has to wait on forever to change. That would be removed, and a roundabout be there. And this right here is where the 4 lane starts eventually. It might be partially 3 lane, but eventually. This north of the high school here should be 4 lanes all the way to 619. We're still deciding what to do here for sure. This roundabout, we got the study of this roundabout may not be built. It may be better off to make it a right in, right out only. That way, and start the 4th lane or the extra lane going north right here. That way, anybody coming out of the high school has their own lane. They don't have to stop. They just keep taking off going. So that's still being under review, but this are not as going to move forward as fast as the next, the northern 4. So, and then we've been meeting with the school already. I've been meeting with them they're getting a new middle school. I'm trying to figure out what their traffic pattern is going to be. The thing is, they don't know what their traffic pattern is going to be. So I'm trying to encourage them to do certain things where it works better for all of us. Here's the 430 Lakeway Drive one. This would be these are some of the initial drawings. We just made a decision last week to go 4-lane from the high school north. So these are still showing this is actually a 2-lane and 1 together, but this would be 2 lanes northbound here. Anywhere you see the green like this is a raised median. You can't cross that. And the reason they're there is to create traffic calming. You notice it kind of kicks out to the right and back in. We're trying to slow people down before they enter these things so they will, they feel uncomfortable. We want to make them feel uncomfortable. We want them to have to slow down to get into them. But we don't make them feel like, we can just cruise right through here because that's when accidents happen. Something else we're doing here, see the new road at the bottom there? It will be the new proposed Eric Lane. Now it currently goes here, goes across kind of like a parking lot of an insurance company or something. And so we're going to propose to realign this and then tie in here. And this is one of the main entrances that will be used for the school, I hope, to keep them off of 127 from queuing up and backing up on 127, causing traffic jams. So I'm going to encourage them to use the parent drop-off, to use Eric Lane and come around the back of the school and drop all the students off rather than in the front where it gets congested. So, all right, so here's the one. This one would be more likely to be, the next 4 will probably be constructed. I'd say it'd be next spring before we get to that part. It may be this fall, but next spring, next summer, be construction on these. These are the 4 we're focusing on. We're putting all of our eggs in one basket to focus on these. Now, this does not show the 2-lane. This would be 2-lane this way, 2-lane this way, and then the single lanes like it shows there just for the side streets. But this is going to be carried out just a little bit north of Cade Road. I think it's Cade Road, Cade Drive, where the tooth booth is. And it'll be a 4-foot divided median that keeps, it'll keep you from turning left out like the house driveway or whatever down there. They have to turn right and go around back and go back. But we didn't carry it past Cade because they had nowhere to turn around down south, so we didn't want to cause problems for them.
So the 4-lane is a sure thing for
Yeah, we did agree on the 4-lane last week at our meeting. From the somewhere in this high school area, it'll become 4-lane. It might, part of the high school may be 3, and then it goes 4 just right past the high school entrance. That hasn't been decided, but it will be 4-lane, at least from Lakeway Drive all the way past 619 and tying back into 2 north of that. And so we got additional leg going in here to the development here. That is still a discussion on where that's going to be at, how it's going to be tied in. So hopefully we can nail that down here soon. And then as you can see, this is our new shared use path or sidewalk coming across here. We brought this all the way up through here, crosswalks, and goes down through here. We didn't put any crosswalks here because there's no sidewalk on that side. So, and then this would become a right in only. So if someone coming out of 5-star didn't want to go to the roundabout to go north, they'd come out here, go to the roundabout, do a U-turn, go back. So still, I guarantee you'll get out of this quicker than you do now, waiting for traffic to clear out. So it'll be a lot smoother. I mean, Bucky's got these at all theirs. You know they have to work. They've studied a whole lot more than we have. So here's the parkway. So I know it looks like a stretched Q-tip, but again, but the reason they're not a full circle because we don't want people to try to make that move to go the wrong way on the parkway. So we call it a peanut because it don't make a full circle.
Peanut, ain't it?
What now?
Double peanut.
Well, it looks more like a Q-tip to me because it's really stretched out. But yeah, so that's that, and you can see. Oh, I can't do that. What did I do? Okay. I was going to zoom in like Google Earth, but we was able to get the sidewalk or the shared use path across the bridge without widening it. So that gets us because we got 66 foot, so we'll do 4 11-foot lanes and then a 2-foot raised median, and then a barrier wall, and then we'll have room for a 7 to 8 foot sidewalk to there. So we squeeze it all on the bridge. The reason is because with roundabouts you don't have enough turn lanes, so we don't need that left turn lane anymore. So we can utilize that space for something else.
So with the bridge there, that'll probably improve the vision too.
Yes, yeah, because we'll be having to push this out right now. It's hard to see past that guardrail. We'll have to push this out, and then that's something in the design. I'll make sure maybe we can build enough material there to push it out where it'll be even flatter, less guardrail. But yeah, that is a concern. You have to pull up almost the edge of the road to see it. But yes, that will be a much better improvement of sight distance there. So, and then you got the 619 one here. This is actually how it would be constructed as far as 2 lanes and, north and south, and then the side lanes being single. So what will happen here, more likely Lacey will have to turn right only. This will probably come out a little farther. And Lacey and probably Arby's will have to turn right to get out there and go around the roundabout. They want to go out 619 or whatever. So again, then we'll tie in. I don't have any more graphics that far, but we'll tie in downstream of these. Now, let me give you, I think it's the next slide. So people worry about trucks getting around them. The double roundabouts are 165-foot diameter. So they're bigger than half a football field. So they're going to have about 45 foot of pavement to drive on to get around those things. So hopefully trucks can get around that. If not, I have concern while they have their CDLs. And then here's the 135. This is the single lane ones. That's what size they'll be. Let me go back here and talk about it. So what we got here, we got 2 16-foot lanes and this 2 lane roundabout. 2 16-foot lanes, which typically a lane is 10 to 12. And then this is about 15 foot of stamped concrete that is mountable. That's for the semis or anybody or boats are thrown in that lane. That's made for them to a trailer to go up on that. It's not going to be raised. It's going to be about 2 inches high and it's going to be curved. It's called mountable median, and it's going to be rounded, and that way they'll be able to just climb up on it and go around it. They're designed for that, and it'll be very easy to navigate around. You notice all the green space. We're hoping to get in some agreements that could be landscaped and look like a tourist area. If not, the state's not going to manage landscaping. It'll be just white concrete. So hopefully we can get landscaping and make it look nice in there, so it'll be presentable. And all these right now have to be lit. There'll be lighting as you approach all these, and even in the circle.
That's the big sign that says gateway to Lake Como.
Yeah, and so I think Jeremy was telling me there's Russell Springs sign out there. It's pretty much made out of styrofoam or something. It has to be something breakaway or crash worthy in the center. Y'all sign up by the parkway. If it's like styrofoam like that, a car would blow right through it. It wouldn't be damaged. I mean, it damaged a car, but it wouldn't be going through the windshield and killing anybody. So anything like that's breakaway. I mean, I would encourage stuff like that. I went to Carmel, Indiana. It's the roundabout capital. They have 142 of them. I went up there and met with them, and they encourage to put stuff in the center where people can't see through them, where they have to focus to their left as they approach them. Because they don't want to be looking, oh, I need to go over there and not pay attention. They want to make them look to the left. I do have a little video in here somewhere. So there's the Laker field, it's 100, there's a 50-yard line, so it's bigger than half a football field. The big ones are, these are almost at half size. All right, so here's a little video. I know it starts in Jamestown, but it'll move right through it pretty quickly. This is how you maneuver through them, how traffic is expected to flow. There's no music. I wish they had like some smoky bandages or something. But you'll see they use the average peak in the afternoon for their time. So this should be fairly similar. It don't look like it is because nobody's stopping and stacking up. They're moving. So we'll just let it kind of cruise through here. We'll search for the light we're taking out or studying to take out. So you see it's kind of heavy there. And then occasionally you'll get 2 or 3 cars stacked up, but they move right ahead. So it's better than sitting there for a light for 45 seconds or 90. So I hope once we get these rolling and people see them and use them, I hope they start asking for lights to come out. Because that's what we've experienced in other districts that's already have them. People start asking for lights to come out. So this is Brian Walters, and that's West Drive up to the north there on the top side there. And then we'll go up to the high school and you'll see that. And like I said, the brown in the middle is, that's off tracking. They're made to be driven on as vehicles go around them.
You said they'd start up there, like where Arby's is, that way the first 4.
Yeah, the first
What's
one.
the estimated time for
To construct them or to begin construction?
For the construction of it?
The construction time, I would think.
I know it varies with weather and all that.
Yeah, but I would think 3 to 4 months you could probably for them and easy. The widening is going to be a little more challenging. We originally weren't going to widen. So here's the high school. It's hard to simulate. School buses coming there right now, but school buses navigate that fine. I even called the mobile home place here locally. They said, "Oh no, we wouldn't have any problem at all. We went around those."
Greensburg got one last year, didn't they?
Yep, they got one. There's some in Springfield now on 555. So this is Lakeway Drive. See how it connects down to toward the softball field there. And that might not be the exact location. We don't know what. Mr. Stevens gonna be doing that area and what we need to do there.
Oh, Dan, we'll have one down on the old part of town down there.
You go through the light, the stop sign now, and it's on 34 there, or 33 maybe. Yeah, that's kind of a smaller one.
Yeah.
That's really small. That's probably like a 60 or 70. Our smallest one's gonna be twice that size. Our bigger one's gonna be probably three times. It's gonna mean, you imagine seeing a circle in the middle of half a football field. It's gonna be huge.
Yeah.
And that's what I want. They started out pretty small, so I want to go bigger because I don't want. We got one shot at this. We mess it up, then we're not gonna have it anymore. And I'll have to move.
The mayor in town, I was talking to him about this, and he said y'all done that out in his high school, and he said it corrected the traffic flow.
You just, yeah, no, and we're gonna do some and I appreciate y'all having me here tonight to hopefully educate y'all and give you information. And if you've got anybody, even churches, I don't care what talk to churches, of groups of, we're gonna go to high school and talk to them, the students, and we're gonna set up a course for them to drive through. So this is at the 5-star development there. I think Shoguns and stuff are coming in there, so it's going to be needed, I believe. I think traffic's going to pick up even more. So you can see how we got from there. This will be a 2-lane. Our demonstration is only a single lane. It's going to be a 2-lane, and the reason is because if we build them today, they'd be fine single lane. 12 years they start failing. 25 years we'll be back where we're at. So we're going to build them for 2050. 2050 is what we're building and design for. So I mean, everybody just flows, you know, even, hey, right there, those people will be sitting there for a while just trying to get off the parkway. So, and then 619, I think 619, in my opinion, will probably be the most challenging one, because one of the first things they do, they take the light out. So they're going to have to construct it, under traffic, of course, because we had no detours, where there's no parallel streets as much as all, you could avoid it. And then it'll do this, and you'll show. And should go to another video here showing the semi. Okay, this is, I don't know why they use the school intersection, but either way, this is a WB 67. This is the standard largest truck on the roadway that's not over-dimensional. You see how they off-track onto the orange or the brown there? That's what it's designed to do. Their front wheels will be in the lane, they'll off-track into the orange like that as designed. So, but that's how they function. Let's start over, don't do that. Next. All right, let's see if we do this.
So when's the projected start date to build the first one?
Okay, perfect timing. So we finalized, we got behind, the ice put us a little behind on our last meeting, but we had it last week. So we finalized our alternates. We chose alternate 2, which is the 4-lane from the high school north. Now, we'll have to go through environmental. Hopefully that won't be too long. Environmental slows down stuff all the time. The good thing about this, we need very little right of way. I went through and pulled we got a new drawing, it's just a bunch of lines, it's just confusing to everybody, but I went through and pulled the whole corridor all the way to Jamestown Bypass. We only need 6.19 acres total. And that's including the development there at 5-star, the Eric Lane realignment, and some other things. So, I mean, it's very little right of way. All these in the north, except for the development going to the 5-star, the park through there, it's all in right of way. We might have to get a little temporary easements to do some construction, but that's the only right of way we need on the first 4 is the new leg into the development. So, I think I'm gonna push to move faster. What this shows, this is what the consultant put up there. I think I can push it to move faster to get it done quicker. So we'll do the first 4 hopefully next summer, which is 619, 2 parkway ramps, and the development property there at Bowles Road. And then the next, shouldn't be a few months after that, we'll be working on design for the next section down. And then we'll carry on, should be the following summer, the other ones that always get you all the way to French Valley Road. And that includes 4-lane all the way up to the high school area. So that's the timeline. Like I said, the widening to the 4 lanes will slow it down a little quicker. So you can put a roundabout in probably, if you just dropped a roundabout in there, probably in 30 to 45 days. It's the shoulder that's going to take it with the forward widening. It's going to take it. We have to dig all that out and guardrail and all that stuff. So that is the presentation. Like I said, I appreciate y'all having me come and talk about it. I want to talk to more people and educate them. Anyone have questions right now, man? And then my information is there. Mayor Jeremy has my information. if anybody has questions after the fact, or want to catch me after the meeting and ask me, I can do that too. Well,
Got any
I
questions?
scared everybody, or they,
You done a pretty good job.
I think it looks good. The thing is, the main thing in navigating through them is slow down, pay attention to your pavement markings, and you'll flow right through it. We go to Indiana every year to see my mom and dad. They got a church reunion up there. They got a lot in Indiana. And she's got a friend that's 80-year-old, and she says she loves them. She's got used to driving through them, and she said, I love them. So I think everybody can adjust to them. If you do have an accident, more likely you're going to drive away from it. Your airbag probably won't even come out. It'll have a dented fender or a door where somebody hits you in the side slowly, because they're going to be like 18 to 25 mile per hour speed, so it's very low speed. Towing services won't have to be about intersections anymore because people are driving them home.
Sorry, Davey.
That'll put me out.
Oh, you're towing? I'm sorry. There's plenty of, you work on the south section, there's plenty of wrecks down there.
John, I think had a question.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Are these pictures on your website?
We have the, I have to think about that. I'm not the public relations person. I know the video was on there, and you have to go back to last year, maybe November, to find it. But I can share. I mean, they're going to be updated. We're going to have another stakeholders meeting,
Right.
which invite local officials and business owners around that's going to be affected by it. We'll have newer concept drawings for that. But I can get these to you if you want me to. Now, they're not accurate.
Right.
Everything.
Well, why I ask is, I post the videos of the meetings, and it would be nice, instead of having this angle here, to actually put the picture up that you're showing.
Okay, I can give you my slideshow in PDF or whatever format you want it in, JPEG.
Hey,
whatever.
John, we get done tonight, if you wanted him to do that, well,
Yeah, I can
Bob's
let you
done,
just-
he can do
If
that.
you want.
Yeah, I've got cards, or somebody, if we could, somebody can use their computer and transfer it, that would be great, if I could do that.
It's like, the presentation is 250 megabytes. I can't email it. So the video is huge, which I know you don't want the video, but in the imagery is huge. so-
Well, you said it was on there, so I could get the video from there.
Yeah, you get the
But
video from-
Pictures won't be much.
Yeah, I can change it to JPEG, it'll be much smaller. So you don't have to have the motion and stuff. out.
We'll talk about that.
Okay, yeah, that's fine, yeah. Well, any questions, anybody? I hope I didn't scare you all so bad, you didn't
You
talk.
done a good job, Jeff.
All right, well,
Appreciate
I
it.
appreciate it. Like I said, if you've got church groups, or I know y'all, probably some of y'all probably other committees and things, I'll be glad to come speak to those anytime, just to educate people, because we got probably about a year, and then they're gonna be construction. So, like I said, we're gonna go to the high school and set up get golf carts and set up a roundabout to a scale, and let the students, because they're gonna be driving these things. And so we wanna educate them. So we're gonna be doing that in advance, probably next fall, closer to time where we get most of the licensed students involved.
Where will they start? Where you think they'll start at, the first one?
Well, I mean, I would like for them, I know they won't do, I know contractors, they won't do that because it costs them money. I'd like for them to build the one at Bowles Road first, let people get used to them before we take the lot out at 619.
Yeah,
And you can't build the ones at the ramp with the light in place because it backs up and they don't function. So
Yeah.
619's gotta go. So those, realistically, all four of those probably built all at the same time. They'll probably bring in their concrete guy, do all the concrete work, they'll bring in their excavator to their side, so. The way contractors work, they're not gonna piecemeal it and have to go away and come back, they're gonna do what they can do while they're there. So
Yeah.
those four, I really expect next spring or next summer, unless we get an environmental issue that we did not expect whatsoever. I don't think there's any special waters around, I know Lily Creek is nearby, but it's not anywhere near the northern four, so. We don't really expect any environmental issues with that anyway, so. All right, well, like I said, I'll hang around here afterwards. You might as well ask me questions individually. I'll be here, and I'll be glad for. I love talking about it.
You probably got some business cards too, ain't you, Jeff?
Didn't bring them, but take a picture of that.
Sorry about
No,
that.
I'll bring. I took them to my other meeting. Nobody took it.
That's okay,
But,
Mike can get a hold of you.
Yeah, I can bring some. Drop by the mayor, and I'll let y'all handle it.
I'll see you at that.
Yeah, I'll be there too. So, all right. Well,
Thank
y'all
you,
have a
Jeff.
question, let me know.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. The next thing on the agenda is the Russell County IDA appointment. David Turner is serving on there right now. He finished a two-year term. And I've contacted him and I've asked him if he would be willing to be reappointed for another 4 years term. And he said he would, so that's who I'd like to appoint to the IDA board. I think Chris has got a
The resolution.
resolution right here.
City of Russell Springs, Kentucky, Resolution 2026-03, a resolution appointing David Turner to the Russell County Industrial Development Board for a 4-year term. Whereas the City of Russell Springs participates and supports the efforts of the Russell County Industrial Development Authority in promoting economic development and growth within Russell County. And whereas the mayor of the City of Russell Springs is the appointing authority for the representatives to the said board, subject to ratification by the City Council. And whereas David Turner currently serves as a member of the Russell County Industrial Development Board and his term is set to expire. And whereas Mayor Eddie Thomas desires to reappoint David Turner to continue serving in this capacity. Now therefore it be resolved by the City of Russell Springs, Kentucky as follows. Section 1, David Turner is hereby reappointed to the Russell County Industrial Development Board for a 4-year term. Section 2, the new term shall begin on March 18th, 2026 and shall expire on March 17th, 2030. Section 3, the resolution shall take effect upon its adoption and approval according to law. Introduction and adoption by the City Council of the City of Russell Springs, Kentucky, this 12th day of February 2026. Signature line, Mayor Eddie Thomas. Test line, Christopher Ramsey, City Clerk.
Need a motion?
Need a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept that.
Second.
I'll second.
Second, Lance, roll call, Chris.
Mr. Wilson,
Yes.
Mr. Frost,
Yes.
Mr. Hudson,
Yes.
Mr. Barnes,
Yes.
Ms. Daniel,
Yes.
and Mr. Oakley.
Yes.
Motion carries, Mayor.
Thank you, council. The next thing on the agenda is police department update. Chief?
For the month of February, January, we had a total of 2 DUIs, 9 drug arrests, 12 warrants served, 38 traffic citations, 18 traffic accidents, had a total of 18 arrests and 470 calls for service.
Thank you, Chief. Anybody got any questions for the chief? Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The next thing is the economic development update. Jeremy?
Last month, it wasn't that busy because everybody's getting over their Christmas spirits and all that good stuff. We only had one RFI and didn't feel very good about it. But tonight, I wanted to go a little bit more in depth. Been asked quite a bit here lately about the Shogun project and the delays therein. And I asked the owners, Mr. Harlan Judd and Mr. Ronnie Salvador, to come in because there's been delays for everything from soil, structure, architectural, every delay, I guess, that could have been, has been, but I've asked them to come in just to reiterate what we talked about earlier. And another reason is the contract we had with Salvador and Judd has expired, the time has expired on that. And we will have to enter into, if it's the council's wishes, to enter into another agreement with Mr. Salvador and Mr. Judd to carry on this project. So I can tell you, Mr. Branscombe wanted to be here tonight. He had 6 bills on the floor. Please feel free to jump in, guys. This is very, whatever I leave out, feel free to add in. Josh, talked to him today. He had 6 bills on the floor and said there's no way in the world he could be here. Mr. Branscombe has ordered the steel. The structure has been ordered. I don't know what else to say. He said the permitting process is a 60-day process. And he said he's hoping that everything will be ready to hit the ground when the weather breaks. So, but I asked Ronnie and Harlan to be here just to, so we're all on the same page and there's no, I don't want any kind of misinformation. So if there's any questions for me or Mr. Judd or Mr. Salvador, please.
Mr. Mayor.
Hey, before you start, welcome. welcome you and Ronnie. Appreciate you all and thanks for coming. I know you didn't have to, but we thank you all.
Mr. Mayor, members of the city council, citizens of Russell, appreciate the opportunity to be invited tonight. Mr. Coffey has given a very good synopsis of kind of what we've been faced with over the course of the last 18 months. Mr. Salvador and I have already expended considerable sums of money in this project. We have bid one set of plans. The numbers that came back in were not viable, admittedly. We then went about, retooled the plans, bid them yet again, still not where they needed to be. There were incidental problems with the pad to some extent in terms of the footings that we initially had missed. And then Representative Branscombe has been kind enough to use his expertise and to help us to get into, a better posture. And we are on the cusp of a contract with Mr. Branscombe. In fact, I tendered a contract with Mr. Branscombe last week, which would get the project off the ground. And Mr. Branscombe has also been kind enough to go ahead and order the steel structural beams for the building, basically the guts of the building for us. We've picked colors, as you might imagine, which is a part of the process. And we are expecting a final set of buildable plans from Mr. Branscome's architects probably in the next 20 to 30 days or something along that line. And again, we expect to be under contract with Branscombe Construction within, as soon as he returns the red line to me, Mr. Salvador and I are ready to sign. So I'd be happy to answer any specific questions. I don't have a firm commitment from Branscombe Construction as to start date. I'm led to believe that it would be sometime in May. I also don't have a firm completion date or a contractual completion date yet, although we've been advised it'll be somewhere around 10 months. Build time in this situation. So again, Mr. Salvador and I are firmly committed. We have already expended considerable sums of money on the project and are excited about finally getting into a posture where the building will be built. It will continue to house not only our restaurant, but likely one other restaurant for you all. So we are hopefully going to work with Mr. Coffey and the mayor to bring in yet another restaurant here side by side during the same time period in which we open. So if there are any questions, we'd be happy to field those.
Council, y'all got any questions?
Sounds like we gotta renew that contract. Sounds like we gotta do some renewing.
Well, it's expired, and I wanted y'all to understand, I know I've sat back there and it seems like I've said the same thing for the last year and a half. There's been a whole lot of time and effort put into this project. These guys can attest, the mayor can attest.
I'd like to just say this about it, and Sherry's been on this as long as I have, and we've been on the council a while, and the reason that we wanted this restaurant, me personally, the reason I was fighting for it, because everybody said we needed a steakhouse here. They fix steaks. They'll fix you a ribeye steak or a filet, and they fix steaks. But when I ate there, I found out how unique it was. And they do sushi, and when we first started this, there wasn't no sushi in Somerset, there wasn't none around here, so I said, let's get something that'll bring people to Russell County, because we have to go out everywhere, so I said, let's get something that we can get people to come here to. So when I approached Ronnie and me and him sat down and talked, man, he's been awesome, and Harlan, you have too, I appreciate y'all, but that's why I've been dead on this so long, and it's took a while. Because in order to get something good, sometimes you gotta wait a little while. And I believe, and I firmly believe, this is gonna be not a home run, it's gonna be a grand slam. Because it's different. We're getting something different here that people in counties touching us don't have. And that's why I've been so up to date trying to get this thing. And Ronnie told me from day one, I'm putting Shoguns in Russell Springs. And he's held his word, and he's a man of his word. That's how that is. But I appreciate you guys. Council, y'all got anything? Anybody?
I think it's a prime location where it'll be too. Right there by the parkway, where everybody.
And roundabouts.
Yeah, roundabouts coming.
That should have finished it up.
It'll be a great project. We just need the time to complete the project, and I guess that's what we're here asking for.
And like you said, they're building a 11,000 square foot, Ronnie, ain't it? Harlan, 1,100 square,
Yes.
it's something, it's a lot more than y'all need.
11,150
So they're gonna have another
square foot.
restaurant at the other end of it, so.
Trust me, I know it inside and out.
How many people about will it sit capacity, just rough?
I would think that our side would be, with the sushi bar and the bar area, would be well over 100.
We'll need that on opening night, since we'll have soft opening. Ronnie's gonna let me invite everybody I know.
We still have that drive-through, so, you know, we have, carry out, whatever, nobody's gonna be coming inside to, pick up everything through the drive-throughs.
But again, we appreciate you all allowing us to be here tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Let's read this resolution, get it passed.
First off, there was a motion made on July 25th, 2024, to give the mayor the authority to negotiate a contract with no deadlines on it. But this other one that we had was a resolution which did expire, so I need to redo this resolution. Resolution number 2026-03, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Russell Springs, Kentucky, authorizing the sale and transfer of city-owned property to Salvador and Judd Properties 2 LLC for economic development purposes. Whereas the City of Russell Springs is authorized pursuant to KRS 82.083 to dispose of real property not needed for public use. And whereas the City Council has determined that the subject property is not needed for current or foreseeable municipal purposes, and whereas Salvador and Judge Property 2 LLC has expressed its intent to acquire the property for commercial development and intended to serve as an anchor for additional economic growth within the city. And whereas the City Council finds that the sale and transfer of the property pursuant to a separate development agreement will serve a valid public purpose by promoting economic development and expanding the tax base and encouraging private investment within the city. Now therefore it be resolved by the City Council of the City of Russell Springs, Kentucky, number 1, authorization of sale and transfer. The City Council hereby authorizes the sale and transfer of the city-owned properties Salvador and Judd Properties 2 LLC pursuant to the terms and conditions set forth in a separate purchase and/or development agreement approved by the city. Number 2, approval of agreement. The City Council approves entering into a separate agreement governing the sale, development expectations, and any other conditions deemed necessary to protect the interest of the city. Number 3, execution of the documents. Mayor Eddie Thomas and City Clerk, Treasurer Christopher Ramsey are hereby authorized and directed to execute the purchase agreement, deed, closing documents, and any other instruments necessary to complete the transaction and to take all actions necessary to do the purposes of this resolution. Number 4, effective date. This resolution shall take effect immediately upon its adoption. Adopted this 12th day of February 2026. Signature line, Mayor Eddie Thomas. Attest line, Christopher Ramsey, City Clerk, Treasurer.
Need a motion?
Make a motion to accept this.
Got a motion by Rick, need a second?
Second.
Second, Timmy, roll call, Chris.
Mr. Hudson,
Yes.
Mr. Huckabee,
Yes.
Mr. Frost,
Yes.
Mr. Barnes,
Yes.
Ms. Daniel,
Yes.
and Mr. Wilson.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you, council. Thank you, Ronnie. Thank you again, Harlan. We appreciate you, and we look forward to partnering up with you more than you realize. The next thing, has the council got anything before we go to the mayor's update?
I'd just like to brag on there's none of them here tonight, on what a great job that the city did during the ice storm. I mean, I wasn't gonna get out, period. And probably won't drive the roundabouts. My children will take my license by then. But, I mean, our roads, and I heard several people from other places talk about it. They said when you got into Russell Springs, we were a lot better off than they were in Lexington from what I heard from people. I mean, they did an amazing job on the streets.
Yes,
And so I'd just like to publicly thank our road crews or whoever did it. They did a good job.
We came back from Pigeon Forge during all that mess, and it was like Sherry said, as soon as we hit Russell County in general, it was,
No
Very.
comparison to, Rachel went to Lexington, and she said it was just like thick ice, just about everywhere up there. And Bowling Green was the same way, from what I heard, so. We did a good job. We need to pat ourselves on the back, I think.
Yeah, I had someone approach me today at work and was bragging about it, so I think they did a great job.
good group.
And thank you for checking on me. I got checked on the time too, and I appreciate that.
They told us check on her elderly.
You checked on the elderly, and I appreciate it.
Anybody else? That was part of my thunder, I'll get to that in a minute, but the first thing
Well,
on the
I'm
mayor's
sorry,
report,
but-
hey, I'm proud of you, because you're exactly right. When you hear this number, it'll blow your mind. The city park will reopen this Monday, the 16th. We appreciate everyone's patience while crews worked to make sure everything was safe and ready for the families to enjoy it back. So Christmas lights are up, all put up, and so the park starting Monday will be open regular time, 7 or 8 in the morning till 10 or 11 at night, right, Chief? So the next thing was what Sherry said there. I want to personally thank everyone who helped with the snow and ice removal during the recent weather. Our streets department, our fire department, both did an outstanding job. And I want to brag just a little bit on the fire department. They had 36 calls that weekend and went out and delivered food, delivered water, or in help transport, and they had a few trees cut down. They had to go out and clear the road, but Daniel and the guys over at the road department, they even went out and cut a lot of trees and helped them. So it was a collateral. Everybody worked together to get it done, and that's why it looks good, because everybody worked together. And we had that weekend from Friday to Monday, we had like probably 6 or 8 fire department that slept over in case they had a fire where they couldn't get out to them. They slept in there, they went and got cots and slept in the fire department. So that's your volunteer fire department. So I want you to understand what they do for us is voluntarily and don't get paid for it. So that's awesome. And then the next thing, their Veterans Banner Program. Deadline this year is April 15th. It costs $150 a banner. It'll display for 4 years, and if anybody's interested, please call City Hall and speak with Brian Stevens, 270-866-3981 for more information, and we got to get them in order to get them up, so just give Brian a call and he'll direct you in the right direction. The next thing's pool passes. We've already had a bunch of calls, I can't believe it, but Jeremy and Chris and them's done had calls on wanting pool passes, so we figured we'll just leave them the same as last year, $35 a pass, and you can come to City Hall, and they're on sale here, and I don't know, I'm trying to remember if I said anything. I think I got sidetracked when we was talking about the front out here earlier. The things that's on the sign, did y'all see them when you come in? Did I mention that earlier? Mm-hmm. Okay, because I'm so excited about that sign, because just like it says on the pool passes inside, you know, so now they know to come in here and buy them. So, if you noticed, it's got a picture of the pool in the background. So, I mean, he's done a good job on it. I'm proud of it.
Yeah, it is.
And then, listen, I'm looking forward to a great summer, so if the radio station, when we get ready to open the pool up, if y'all want to do a live interview, we'll give away some passes for the community here to get started, so. Appreciate you all. Thanks again. Thanks again, Ronnie and Harlan. Appreciate you.
You too, Eddie.
Thanks again. Need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Need a second.
Second.
All right, all in favor? Any opposed?